Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Well, this episode was something. Cyrus, aka Mr. Ponytail's back, and he's visiting Lulu, and I'm just like, after everything, what you did to Lulu, what you did to that damn hospital, to sit there and say it's blasphemy of you even being there is putting it mildly. Now, there's a point where, he's like, listen, I'm sorry that you're in this bed and everything like that. I was like, you mean in the bed that you put her in, right? In the bed that you put her in. And then he had the audacity to sit there and say, I bear some responsibility. Mother, bro, you bear all the responsibility for her being in that bed. And he had the audacity to sit there and say, if it wasn't for Julian and him botching the job, I'm like, this is the same person that's claimed that they are a changed man. Everything else after that felt flat. I mean, the whole thing was just like out of pocket that he's even there in the first place. But then he says that, and at that point, I was just like, yep, okay. I mean, this show is pretty amazing, right? You have him trying to come across as sympathetic. You have Sonny that comes across as the mobster with a heart of gold. The same person who is at this point letting Alexis stay in Pentonville for a crime that he committed, but somehow we're supposed to sit there and look at Sonny like he does good for the community. He was there for Stone. He gives money to the hospital. Blah, 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 blah. Sure. So after that, he goes to see I'm about to call him RJ Gannon. He goes to see Isaiah Gannon, who we don't know is connected to RJ Gannon or not, but he goes to see him. They're talking a little bit about sports and everything, and Lucky and Lulu and Laura and everything. Jordan comes back. Jordan pretty much tells him to kick rocks. Jordan's doing a whole lot. Okay, she's doing a whole lot, and I know this has probably more to do with her attraction for him than anything else. I'm like, boo, aren't you a deputy mayor? I mean, you did your job, you saved him and everything, and I will have more scenes with you and him getting him getting him food that's not hospital food and everything. And I'm just like, okay, sure, fine. There's not really an actual reason why you need to be here, but okay, I get it. I feel like what I'm thinking in my head is kind of out of pocket, but I mean, let's be honest. They don't. Last time she was with a man, he was there, and then he left. It almost seemed like it was kind of purpose. I mean, kind of pointless, other than just to have Jordan get some. And now we're doing this again with this Isaiah Gannon guy, who she's just hanging out in the hospital room for no reason whatsoever. But clearly there's going to be a romance between them. So I don't know. I guess expect more scenes where it may or may not make sense for her to actually be in a hospital room or anywhere else with him. Um, they really do not know what to do with Chia, and it is so painful in a sense watching him just flounder around. But by the way, Jocelyn is just giving out food at this point. Like they talk about the donors and everything like that. Um, And then when Jordan is ready to pay, she's like, no, 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 it's on the house and everything. I was just like, so I guess Bobby's just gonna survive on hopes and dreams, right? Is that it? Between that and oh, I made way too much fries or whatever, so she just gives it away to like Liz. I'm just like, okay, sure. Um, Now Rick really wants to sit there and try to be with Liz, and Liz is just not there yet. You know, she had a string of bad relationships, including, well, be honest, you were actually one of them. So she's not there yet. And she tells him, you know, don't expect this thing to move any faster or anything like that right now. We could just be friends. You know, the line that every man on the entire goddamn planet wants to sit there and hear. Um, so he's just going to settle being friends for now, which, honestly, to tell you the truth, he does have a lot going on. Between being there for Molly, defending Heather with this new, you know, because the tests seemed like they were really off or whatever, and defending Ava, you got a lot to sit there and keep him busy. So, you know. Um, okay, so I guess we got this whole James Bond or Mrs. James Bond or whatever the hell you want to sit there and call it, with Anna, Jason, and looking and seeing Holly with Sitwell. Now, Holly recognized him off the bat, but it was something about Sitwell that turned around and looked at her like they just, I don't know, like just the look that he just gave her, like, oh, you just seem like you're an extraordinary kind of woman or whatever, or something about her that actually made him want to invite both of them over there, which, you know, Holly was not too happy about. I personally would go for Holly more than I would go for Anna, but whatever. Um, so there's a point where they're sitting down. Well, Jason and Anna are sitting down, and you got Holly and Sitwell. Now he wants to sit there and invite them both over. So he goes to the game table, and somehow that messes up um, Anna's plan. She was like, "Oh well, she screwed me," and I was just like, I don't really see how she screwed you over, but okay." So Anna wants to sit there and get Sitwell's phone, and sends Jason in there to play some cards or whatever. Find a way to, I don't know, get the phone from him. He spills some champagne on Sitwell's jacket, so he takes off the jacket and I don't know, you put it in the back or something. While that's going on, Anna goes to sit there and try to see the phone, and Holly towards the end catches him. Jason needs to stall for time, so you know you need to sit there and lose, but not too much, not too fast, but just enough. I don't know if Jason's actually a card shark or anything like that. That seems like that's more Lucky's avenue. So I'm just like, do you even know? Like, not to sit there and say he doesn't know how to play cards, but like, there's a certain way of playing or whatever. But anyway, while he's sitting there playing cards and stuff, Sitwell kind of threatens him and is like, you know, listen, if you don't sit there and pay your debts or whatever, you know, this place has a way of making sure you do that. Um, so I guess he's about to sit there and play his hand, and Sitwell shows his hand, and Jason, I guess, you know, has aces or whatever. But he doesn't want to win too fast because if he wins, then I guess Sitwell will go away, try to find the jacket, and we'll sit there and kind of screw everything up. Because there's a point where he's just there just stalling, and you know, Sitwell just kind of stands there and just looks at him like, you want, you know, show your cards? Like what are we doing? But anyway, going back to Gio. So I did sit there and talk about Gio. Going back to Gio, Gio came in there. He was all super bummed and everything. He wanted to apologize to Jocelyn for giving her bad news. And I'm just like, why are you apologizing for giving bad news that you didn't realize you was giving? Like, he was super sad or whatever. I was just like, bro, it's not that serious. Even Jocelyn was like, no, you're good. Like, I mean, yeah, it sucks to sit there and hear. They talk a little bit about Sunny, um, and everything, stuff that, well, some of the stuff that he wound up doing to Carly. And, G was a little kind of surprised. One of the things that Jocelyn said, Jocelyn was like, you probably either only hear the good stuff about Sunny or choose to only hear the good stuff about Sunny. And I think that's with a lot of people. Some people, we choose to sit there and kind of just hear what we want to hear and see what we want to see. And everything else is kind of like, that's his business or whatever. Like, Gio knows that Sunny is in the mob. He knows what mobsters do. Now, he sees the good in him as far as the family likes him. Sonny's really helped him out and stuff like that. So, of course, he's not going to sit there and be like, oh, he cheated. What a scumbag. That what, to be fair, that was some scumbag-ish to do on Carly and everything. Um, and then the last scene is with Dante. Dante comes over to talk to see, to talk to Isaiah Gannon. Um, get a little bit more of his story, a little more Lucky and everything. Because, you talk about Lulu and Lucky and everything. So, everything's kind of connected. And then after that, he goes to see Lulu and he realizes that, there was a flower left by Cyrus. Because, he feels so bad for putting his niece in a coma that he's like, let me give you this flower. That'll sit there and help. That'll make up for the loss of time that you've had with your children. Okay. Anyway, Dante sees this and he talks to one of the nurses. He's like, yo, listen, I don't, she's in critical condition. I don't want just anybody just kind of just showing up or whatever. Rocco comes in. Rocco lied to one of the people that was meant to dropping him off home. And, he wants to sit there and see Lulu. So, he talk and why he lied about it. And then he just sits there and just upstates Lulu. Like, it's I, it's like I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to really kind of crap on the scene. It's not a terrible scene. Um, it just didn't really do much for me, and I think it's because we know that Lulu's gonna come back and everything like that. So it's supposed to be this emotional scene, and not to sound heartless, but it's like, okay, so like that happens. I don't know. Some of this episode was a little kind of like the scenes with Cyrus and Isaiah, just for Jordan to come in and tell him some of the bad stuff that some of the bad stuff that Cyrus did. It's like, I guess it's for the new people that's watching or people that never heard of Google before. It kind of lists some of the bad stuff. What she kind of left out, but she was not there saying, I tried to take him down and I failed and stuff like that. He's this really bad person. Did you? You didn't actually mention that you planted evidence, false evidence, to convict Cyrus. That you broke the law um, to kind of achieve your goal. You didn't sit there and mention that part. So I thought that was that was kind of interesting. I think that's actually going to do it. I'm just going to sit there and say that I find it very odd some of the decisions that they are doing on General Hospital. Now, I'm not gonna. I've seen people online, the whole Kelly Monaco thing or whatever, and the faithful fans are cool. I got no problems with them. The people that are attacking other fan bases, um, those are the things I have an issue with. or attacking other characters. Oh, why can't this person go? Why can't that person go? And it's like, well, they're not going. Um, Regardless if you like them or if you dislike them or whatever, it is what it is. But not that I want Gio to go, but like they haven't done anything with Gio, right? And that's not on the actor. I don't want him to leave. I want him to get a good story. Sam does have more ties than Gio, but you show Gio in these scenes that are just like kind of semi pointless. And so it just makes me think that whatever's going on with Kelly, that it's more personal. You know, it's not just a writing decision. It's a little bit more personal than that. You can't sit there and tell me that the woman that has so many different um ties and everything like that, it's like it's just leaving. Cyrus is out of jail. Like, I mean, come on. Like, what are we doing at this point? Like, this is the thing that just made this episode so odd. It was like, besides the Jason and Anna stuff, most of the other stuff felt kind of flat. I mean, Rick. It's always nice to sit there and say Slick Rick, but the stuff with like Dante and Rocco. It's like you're supposed to sit there and try to tug at your heartstrings and stuff like that, but even that didn't really work or anything. His mom is, like Dante said, his mom is not really doing so well, and they're hoping and everything like that, but it's like, I don't know. I don't want it to be like This Is Us when like he's kind of semi crying and stuff like that, but like, if you're going to, what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to sit there and do a scene like that, then for him to be updating his mom about things that's going on throughout the day may seem like it's nice, but it's like it should have been played with a little bit more sadness to it. I don't know. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for now. If I forgot anything, write it in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are of this episode, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video.